The views expressed in this presentation are those of the hosts and guests and do not represent the views of any lodge, Grand Lodge, appended body, or any other person or persons whomsoever.
Brethren, we are at Refreshment.
Welcome to the At Refreshment Masonic Video Podcast. Once again, I'm your host, Wes Reuter, and now, Worshipful Master of Raven Lodge 303. Thank you. I needed to toot my own horn there.
Yeah, you did.
So with that, let's meet everyone else. We've got
Yoshi, Villa Park Lodge, number 1113, and a slew of other things.
and two other guys you'll recognize that are new to the show. We have
Mark, Barrington Lodge 522, and Filipinas Lodge 1180, and a bunch of other things.
and we saved the best for last. We have
I'm Tyler, Raven, number 303, Senior Deacon.
nice.
You know what? I just
My helper in the East.
I want to raise a toast to
We'll
you.
do an early
And congratulations
toast.
Yeah,
on
congrats.
becoming
Congrats,
worshipful.
worshipful.
Thank you.
And to your appointed, position too. I actually had the opportunity to attend the installation, and it went very well. It was really good.
Yeah, thanks
I was
for
happy
coming.
for you guys.
Yeah.
It's always a great thing. Hopefully Villa Park's installation will be somewhat sometime in January. It's still kind of up in the air right now. So.
Well, we'll be there if we can.
Yeah, we'll be
yeah.
there if we can.
Bring a camera so I can give
mean,
you
we
a
got
heart attack. Like
Several
Kate.
here, so
Yeah, we got tons of them here. So, I mean, I'm really proud to be Worshipful Master of Raven Lodge. We've done a lot with the lodge, and we still
Sure
got a
have,
lot
yeah.
more coming. So, if you ever
You
want to
know what?
visit, come on out. But
It's a very nice lodge. The upstairs. You know what? Walking in to the downstairs, it's like stepping back in like the '60s.
Yeah.
that's getting changed. That's getting changed.
But once you go upstairs to the lodge room and the foyer, it's really nice. You guys have a very nice lodge.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
Well, we've put a lot of work into it. It's coming along, so we'll see what this year brings. So.
Yeah, I've got major plans, but
Good.
And I'm the guy that's got to help them.
Yeah. I pitch in the East.
he carries orders.
That's it.
Well, with that being said, we were fortunate enough to be able to hold a open installation, and nowadays things are going virtual because of obvious reasons with COVID and all of it. It's really crazy. It's really changed Freemasonry, and I am just grateful that we were able to do that.
Yeah.
Which will bring us in to what we're going to talk about. Virtual Freemasonry and virtual degrees, I think, is the big thing. We just had, and I don't know if you're going to be able to see this or not, but virtual degrees for the Scottish Rite. I had a hard time with it, not because it was, how do I say it, like it was a bad production.
No,
That.
it wasn't. Those are really great productions.
I had a hard time because my phone, which is better than my tablet, kept saying buffering. So every time I'm watching it, I'm like, all right, it's buffering, and then everything's speeding up. And then I get certain monologue that just sounds really cheesy. And I know it had a lot to do with the buffering, and I'm not just hearing it. Because we hear that kind of stuff in the live degrees. People make mistakes, people stutter.
Yeah.
You expect that.
Yeah.
I just got it with like the buffering, and then hearing certain things that like, what the heck are they talking? It sounded bad. So my experience for that was not so good. But I do understand that a lot of brothers were able to become Scottish Rite Masons 3 times they had 3 chances this year to do that with the virtual degrees. I'm glad that they had that experience. I'm very happy for them. I just kind of had a bad experience, especially with the buffering. I'm sure it would have been better if it weren't for that, but
I feel like it's one of those things where, if you join Freemasonry or Scottish Rite, for example, through the virtual, and that's all obviously when you go back into, to your home valleys and stuff, and you actually see it in life in person, then it's going to blow you away. Whereas for us, we've been, veterans of Scottish Rite for, several years now, where it's like
YouTube.
Yeah, us
the
two.
two of us.
The two of us. But, it's just like we're veterans of it, so we know what to expect. So, like, I'm not going to say it's like a downgrade to watch it virtually. I mean, I get why they are doing what they're doing. Do I agree with it? Not particularly, but, that's my opinion. But, I mean, I could see why they're doing it and the reason for it. So,
Yeah.
All right, real quick. Okay, so you guys are just talking about virtual degrees as just what, Scottish Rite?
Well, as of right now, let's put it this way. Every time, and especially when I've had this talk with Tyler privately about virtual lodge, no, it's just as stated, it's just a meeting,
Okay.
especially for Blue Lodge.
Yeah.
We haven't been able to do it virtually, and I don't think we should go that route when it comes to Blue Lodge or Craft Lodge with our degrees.
No.
Scottish
No.
Rite is
Like
Scottish Rite is a little bit different.
Yeah, like anything like Scottish Rite, maybe some of the York Rite. Heck, I'd even say, God forbid, even Grotto, but no, like Blue Lodge, your first 3 degrees, that virtual, that should never happen. I'm sorry, I'm gonna say it right now. If there's ever the first 3 degrees that's virtual, I'm sorry, that's not.
No, Tyler, go ahead. I want to hear it from you.
You had a virtual 3rd degree?
No.
I'm
Okay, I was gonna say.
I'm against the virtual all the way. I have to say I'm pretty disappointed with this year. I was really looking forward to joining the Scottish Rite, and I will not do the virtual.
Okay.
And I really don't
Just the Scottish Rite, or you nothing at all. Nothing for you would be
right. No, I'm totally. And if the Wes and I have had some words with our own lodge,
Okay.
and I'm pretty opposed to I'm not even I don't even want a virtual stated meeting.
Okay.
I don't think cameras should have a place in our lodge.
Okay.
Period. And I understand Wes has brought up some good points. It does get the membership and the members can meet, and especially in these times and all of that. But I got to say that I'm opposed to it. Back to my main part with the Rite.
You've been wanting to join for a while.
I've been wanting to join the Rite for a while, and with this virtual, I won't join until it corrects itself, and I will fight my hardest to keep the cameras out of the Blue Lodge.
No, you know what? I kind of got mixed feelings with, like virtual stated meetings, part of me is like, fine, it's fine, but no, degrees, no. Like your first degrees, if I ever hear that, well, this is how we're going to do it. I'm sorry. No, that is abomination. That should not, especially your first 3 degrees. That should never be. I'm sorry. If anybody disagrees with me out there, because you're scared of the big bad COVID, I'm sorry. It's not right. It's not right at all. I'm just saying.
You can't get the full understanding.
No, you have to be there.
Anybody
to
who's been
receive your
through
first
the
3
degrees,
you need to be there in the flesh and blood.
And I think besides that too, as a candidate, if you want to think about it as well, is you're going to have like those brothers who who are going to like really interact with you, like when they're like doing this and be like, okay, we're doing this and blah blah blah.
Yeah.
You need the guidance, you need the interaction.
Yeah. Well, you can't get energy over the internet.
No, you can't. You can't get that energy over like looking at a screen and what okay, look, there's certain things that are done. What are they going to come to that person? Is there going to be somebody with you in your house to like do those few things that need to be done that someone has to be there? Probably not, because if you're that scared, of like the virus or whatever, you're not going to have somebody come over to your house then, So then if you're not going to do that, then why can't you just be there in the flesh at the lodge? You know what I'm saying?
It's a touchy situation.
It
'cause,
is,
but it
it
really is.
I don't. Even if I had the right answer, there'd be people that are gonna fight against it. So I don't know what the right answer is, but everybody seems to feel that this is the way to go. And I've said in a past episode, I had tried my first thing with virtual Scottish Rite degrees back in the summer of this year, 2020. And it was done live on stage with nobody in the audience. And I thought it was great. It was like being there at the Scottish Rite Cathedral here in Chicago. That's what it was like. I'm like, all right, that I can dig. This past time, I seen everything was recorded. And I had the buffering problem. So I didn't quite enjoy it. But let's face it, when you go to a movie theater and everybody's there to see the same thing you are,
What's that?
it's a completely, exactly. It's a completely different thing. You've all experienced something else and everyone's coming out there like, wow, dude, everyone's got that vibe. But for me and the computer, it's like, all right, it's just not the same vibe.
I'm sorry. No degree should be.
No,
I don't,
absolutely not.
I don't think degrees.
Absolutely not.
Because even when I read a book, I want everything off. I don't want any noise or anything because I want to be fully in depth into that book.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I feel with degrees. I want my attention there, or unless somebody's be like, hey, let me go point this out.
And then even some degrees that we take, there is only one. What's the word I'm looking for? When one guy goes through it, and other people are just there to, they're along there for the ride.
An audience?
No, not the audience, dude. It's
Exemplar?
There you go, exemplar. Even when you go to a degree and there's a big degree and there's a bunch of people that are getting their degrees and they have just the one exemplar that goes through it. Even that, you're still there. You're still witnessing it. You still feel that energy. You still feel that oomph. And with the
right, because
whole,
the other guys are just watching the degree, and the exemplar is the only one going
through it.
But the other guys are watching it. Yes, I still got.
Even with that, you're still getting something out of that.
Yes.
You're still there, you're still partaking in certain things, and then there are some degrees, especially in York Rite too, that I do not see you getting the full effect.
No.
The full effect.
No, I know.
That on camera.
Yeah.
And you guys know.
And I think, you're right, and I apologize you don't know this,
sorry,
but, being really vague,
love you, bro. Love you, bro.
But the cryptic degrees,
Cryptics are fun.
they are really involved.
Yeah.
You got to bring the guy around.
Yeah.
And there's pointing involved. You can't get that same feeling from a virtual degree.
I mean, all I have to say is Order of the Temple.
Yeah. No way.
But that's completely shut down.
Yeah,
I know.
Nothing has
I
happened
know.
in Templarism.
But it's one of those things where you are not going to get the full effect if you put it on virtual.
No.
You are not going to get the full effect.
We all know there's that one point where you're like, okay. And there's no way you can get that through the screen. There's no way.
See, I have no idea what you're
I know.
We're sorry, man. We're sorry. And you know what? We're sorry to everybody at home who aren't Templar Knights. We're sorry. We're kind of talking in code. But you know
so
what?
it gives you more of an initiative to join now.
Yeah, so you should join.
Join your local commandery.
Yep.
Unless
when
it's
open
virtual.
Unless it's virtual. But okay, Tyler, since you can't relate to that degree feeling with that, why is it for you, and I don't mean to put you on a spot, but I do as well, why is it a big deal for you for a stated regular business meeting not to be broadcast on Zoom?
We've had this talk, and you're pulling me a little bit. You make some really good points. We've talked before about the benefits of it.
Right.
I guess I'm just sticking to my guns, and the idea of the cameras in our, I consider the lodge a temple. I consider it my place of where I get, how do you say it?
Spiritually recharged?
Yeah, spiritually recharged.
Okay.
And I feel that if if we bring the electronics into it, and it, it may be a phase that changes through.
But see, like I've told you, like for our particular lodge, I don't want to hardwire anything. For one, it would be hard. Not just that, I don't want anybody to hack into anything.
Well, I'm not even worried about that.
Right.
It's just the principle of the cameras being in the lodge. It's like through my 6 years of masonry, the only time the cameras in our lodge is when we're taking our installation pictures or after
Yeah.
third
No,
degree.
I understand
That's
what you're
respectable.
saying.
But if we start bringing cameras into our lodge during stated meetings, it won't be far behind that. Oh, it won't be so bad if we do degrees now. And I don't want to start the ball.
It's a snowball.
You know what?
rolling
I get what you're saying. I get what you're
and
saying.
not be able to stop it.
Yeah. Okay.
Because I truly feel that cameras have no place in our temple. And I'll stick to my guns on that.
You know what? No,
There's old man Tyler again.
No, like honestly, I feel you. I do. I really do. I really don't care. I don't mind it if we have the Zoom. We have Zoom meetings or whatever, and it's just a business meeting. As long as no degree work is going on, I don't mind it. But I feel what you're saying. I see where you're coming from, and you're right. In some aspects, you are right. There really shouldn't be. Because it would be from open to close. Well, right? The cameras would be showing.
Right.
So then, everything would have to be on a first degree, because so nothing, because most of everything in the first degree is almost common knowledge, But when you get in the second and third degree, opening and closing, there's some things that are talked about that you can't really, you can't. So, I mean, is that what we're going to do? If we have these Zoom meetings, are we just going to, that's it, just be on the first and that's it? Or?
I don't know. I don't know what the right answer is, but somebody made a very good point, and it makes sense to me. How many times, and the treasurer and secretary's position is the hardest positions in lodge, because once you're there for a number of years.
Yes.
It's not just
Yeah.
one and
Thanks,
done,
Frank.
unless you're waiting for somebody to come in
Yeah.
to take the position next year. So, if one of those guys are gone, and one of the lodges I'm involved with, our treasurer is gone. He does a lot of work, just put it simply. And he cannot be there all the time. So would it be better if he can just zoom in real quick? Hey, okay, I know I've made 10 minutes for my report. Let me zoom in, zoom out.
I could see the treasurer being easier to zoom in and out than the secretary, just for the fact that treasurer,
Right.
you just have the treasurer's report,
So-
and all that stuff. And maybe you need to meet with the secretary to, get the receipts and all that stuff. Whereas the secretary, I think it's going to be a tough thing, because it's like you need to be there to listen to the minutes.
Yeah.
Right, but there's that option too. Like, okay, let's say the secretary can't zoom in because it's too much. Either he leaves his report, or it's going to be a slow meeting night. But like the treasurer, if somebody's got something going, oh yeah, I'm supposed to report on this, just zoom in and out, because they're gone for work, or they can't come in because, let's face it, they got to quarantine for 14 days.
Mm-hmm.
But the lodge really needs this report. We really need to know what's going on. What do you do? Do you put it off for another month? Because, sometimes there's some things that you just can't put off for a month because it's going to close out.
I think, if anything, maybe just hire a proxy or an assistant secretary.
Yeah.
I mean, but there is no right or wrong
Right.
answer,
I mean,
really.
right.
What,
and I'm
what
just
would
saying,
we
it's
have done
just
5 years ago if the secretary couldn't show up?
no. You're right.
Pre-COVID time,
You wouldn't. And
you wouldn't even think about bringing a
well,
Zoom
5 years
call
ago,
or
we
a-
probably would have thought about Skype.
Skype.
But
Skype.
okay, like
But,
20 years ago, back in
what would you have done?
I don't know.
Look,
But the thing
look,
is that
What he
we
said,
have this
proxy.
problem now, and we have to figure it out. We can't just take this problem and then throw it back, back in history. Well, what we would have done then? Well, that didn't happen. We're
I
in this
think we
time
could
now.
still do the same thing. If a guy can't be there, some other guy can step up and take his place. If that can't
Right.
happen, then you go with it from there.
But we also talk about
But-
membership numbers and guys showing up because lodges are dying throughout the states. And that's what makes it difficult. And also, an easy solution like, oh, this guy's not going to just zoom him in.
Yeah.
That's become the solution. So I again, don't know what the right or wrong answer is on that.
I don't think there is one.
No,
I think
there is,
it's very unique to every lodge.
Yeah. You know what? I mean, honestly, it should be up to whatever the lodge decides. To be honest with you, it really should be. I mean, unless the Grand Master decides, hey, this is how it's got to be, and that's it, then But even then, I mean, there still had to be a vote eventually for to do, right? I mean, wouldn't there have to be like some sort of vote?
To do Zoom or
Like if we went that format for what we're talking about, for that to become the way.
It probably would have to be discussed with the lodge, but as far as I know, this Zoom thing is just temporary unless our Grand Master or any Grand Master for their
Respective state.
yeah.
To be honest with you, man,
Go ahead.
I'm not gonna lie. If I don't like the idea of being open, like filming the opening and filming the closing. If I'd be so much happier if we open real quick, turn the cameras on,
That's
discuss
fine.
business, we go to close, be like, all right, brothers, we'll see you all later. Turn the cameras off and then we close.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm good with
would
that.
Not,
yeah.
I would really not
You're
be
right.
behind like
How do you feel
filming
about
the
that?
opening and closing.
The opening and closing ritual just not be shown over Zoom.
Yeah, I still got to say I'm against it all the way.
Hey?
No, dude, I totally, yeah.
No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I totally feel you.
Kind of dissing.
I mean, looks like we're running out of time here.
Yeah. Do you want to say something or?
We'll come back.
Okay. All right. With that, we're going to take a break and we'll be back. And we're back. We left talking about virtual degrees and virtual stated meetings, but another thing that will never end in Freemasonry is our charity giving.
Yep.
And
Of course.
Yep.
I don't know how charity giving has been throughout this Masonic year with COVID and everything. I know some have been asking for more and some have gone to the wayside because some charities just can't survive. I mean, think about it. If you're always getting money, you're a charity and you're getting it from other people.
Yeah.
Right now, everybody's strapped for cash.
As far as I know, I could have swore most of the charities that that Illinois Freemasonry and all the appendant bodies support, I could have swore that they're still cutting checks.
I'm pretty sure they are. I'm sure there's some charities that have died out there or have gone into wayside. I don't know. I'm speculating because let's face it. I mean, if all you do is live on donations and then donations stop because everybody has been losing their jobs, unemployment is in the pits. I mean, what are you supposed to do?
No, honestly, like I have not heard anything. I've heard that people have been pretty generous, even with everything going on.
Yeah.
A couple weekends ago for Villa Park Lodge, we kept going with our tradition. We ring bells for the Salvation Army every year.
Yes, I
mean,
seen that.
People were giving.
People are still giving,
and
ringing the bell.
It's a good feeling. It really
Yeah.
is. That even with all this, like I said earlier, just because the big bad COVID is around doesn't mean charity needs to stop. Freemasonry doesn't need to stop. Life does not. I'm going to look at each camera. Life does not need to stop.
I think that's when Freemasonry is needed the most.
Exactly.
That's the next episode. But
Way to spoil it.
Yeah. It's not like they don't know we record twice and call it 2 weeks.
Oh, I know, right?
Or a month,
Like they don't know
whatever.
that we're going to change clothes after this episode.
No, we're not. No.
I can start changing now.
No.
Look for our
I won't be
look for
wearing
our
a
dressing
vest
room
next time.
Look for our dressing room feature in Patreon soon, right?
Some of my
OnlyFans.
Yeah, some of my OnlyFans. I'm the top 2%.
Sign up to Wesley Reuter's OnlyFans.
No. All right. So
Where you will pay to not be a member.
I know I would. I don't want to see that.
you know what? Just Chris, bring that stupid thing over here.
Oh, is that your phone going off?
Yes, I don't know why.
What the hell is going
You know, we tell everybody to please turn their phones
Oh,
off.
here's a cameo here.
The only time in the world anybody tries to get a hold of me is when I'm recording a show or when I'm driving, because when I'm sitting at home, just nobody wants to give me a call. I mean, geez Louise.
Wes,
Remember, Wes is only.
It's easier to put down the Kleenex than it is to stop driving.
Oh, this is gonna be fun editing.
Wes's OnlyFans.
Oh, yes.
Is
all right, guys. Let's get
Charity
back,
Homes
let's
Hospitals.
get back to charity.
All right.
Center yourselves. Center.
So,
there.
anyways, just because the world's in a panic right now does not mean that charity needs to stop. Right now, more than ever, people need to be charitable, because you know what? There are people out there like okay, look at me. For me, as an example, I am considered an essential worker. I have not stopped working during this whole thing, but I've known a lot of people that weren't so lucky. They had to be they were laid off. Yeah,
Yeah, people need their Coke.
Yeah. People.
A cola.
Weddings
I don't know what you're talking
stop
about.
during COVID season.
Yeah, I mean, like I've known so many people, brothers, just friends, just acquaintances that were like, I'm worried, I'm scared, and right now more than ever, yeah, charity needs to happen. But if you can do it, do it.
Let me ask you that. Yeah, charity is needed. But what about charity of the lodge of giving to a brother? Now,
Okay.
we all know as men, we're really freaking hard-headed when it comes to asking for some help.
Yeah.
We are.
You know,
We got pride.
I mean,
Yeah.
I know I am. I'm assuming, Tyler, that you are too, even though you're staring at my beer like you're going to make love to it. But
I was looking at Yoshi's shot.
I mean,
It smells so
let's
good.
face it, when a brother gets hit hard, whether it's financially or whatever, we're supposed to be there for
Correct.
him. And we are. But how many times do we actually say as men, you know what, I need to say something to my brethren because I need help?
Look, you know what, and that's
It's a hard thing
no, it is a hard thing, but you know what? That's,
because
that's,
it's a pride thing in the head.
It is. It is a pride thing.
but you need. You know what? You need to.
Yeah.
If I mean, look at, it's kind of easy for us, is we all know each other pretty well. We all hang out. We all know what's going on. So if one of us is kind of in need of help, the rest of us is going to notice. And you know what, and if you're noticing a brother in need, you know what, you need to step up and pull your brother aside, and talk to him.
Yeah, but
the attentive ear, and
it
faithful
can't
breast,
just be
man.
as simple as, "Hey, man, are you okay? You need help?" Oh, yeah. It's
No,
all
you,
good.
no.
I
You
mean,
see, that's the thing. You need to be.
and I
able
know
to
what
be
you're
like, look
getting
him
at,
in the
but
eye and be like, "No, dude, level with me."
Yeah. Yeah.
You need to. And like, guys, sometimes, man, I get the whole pride thing. Sometimes, every once in a while, you need to let it go. You do. That's what we're here for. That's what the purpose of our fraternity is to help each other. That's what that's what
It's brotherhood. I mean, brotherhood
was it IMOS?
goes with that.
IMOS, right?
Yeah, IMOS.
That's what IMOS is for, guys. You need help.
Now we're lucky we have that here.
Exactly.
In Illinois.
Yeah, because I know a lot of places.
It's
don't.
my understanding that I think we may be the only state that has what is known as the IMOS charity
Illinois
outreach.
Masonic Outreach
Services.
Services, yes.
So, Grand Lodge will help you with bills, I believe, find employment, and a couple other things. I can't remember right now, but
Yeah, they
That's
will
there.
help you. I mean, it's not and it's not a free ride. It's
it's not. There's some things that you got to do, but it's
there.
But
to
it's
give you
there.
that lift.
But essentially, that your lodge is there to do that. Now, we're not saying that your lodge is just going to fork over thousands and thousands of dollars.
No.
But
That's
if
not-
you need help with something, the lodge is going to be there to do what it can for
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
All you need to do is you need to fill out that paperwork. You need you do either a brother needs to make that call for you, or you need to make that call, or send out that email, and they will guide you, they will help you, they'll figure out something for you. I mean, it might not take care of all your problems, but it'll help. It'll relieve some of your burden.
Right.
And that's one of the most beautiful things about our fraternity that we have here. You know?
Another thing with charity and stuff, giving, and I don't want to say it's giving, is dues.
Okay.
Yeah.
We still have to
due
pay our
season.
dues.
It's due season.
It is
during
due season.
It is due
2020.
season.
It's one of those, as we said before, I mean, like, if you like look at your checkbook and say like, hey, I can't make it, you know, there's no harm in like saying like, hey, for 2021, you know, like I need help to either pay like for, if you guys could like remit my dues, pay half of it, or like let me wait, if you guys can wait till August, you know, or something like that, or July when it hopefully picks back up.
Yeah.
You know, like something like that, you know, like, because like I know a lot of them is just like you got to pay in January.
Yeah.
Obviously, when January comes around, you know, if you're in many bodies, that's gonna fork over like at least $300-400.
Well, I know for us here in Illinois, Shrine's dues are due January 1st.
Yeah,
Scottish Rite, I believe, is sometime in August.
it's sometimes on August. Yeah,
And our Blue Lodge craft degrees, that
I think
you
it
know
just
that
goes-
depends on the lodge. You know,
Yeah.
some of them are the first, some of them are in September. Like
Some could be a fiscal year.
Yeah. Azure Lagrange, we start sending out dues notices last month.
Yeah, I believe I got mine last month. Or last month. I think I got mine
Yeah.
last month. So
Because they're due in around November, December time.
Yeah.
Not January. But that's how it goes. Even for us at Raven, I think dues notices go out about this time, correct?
I thought it was January.
I think it was January.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think so.
I can't really remember. I know it's around this time of year. But
And I only have one due payment to make because
you're smart.
well, I always wanted to wait until I got out of
The East.
Sat in the East in the Blue Lodge.
Hey,
and
nothing wrong with that.
go
No,
to
no,
the-
I got you, dude.
That's why I'm not a part of the grotto yet.
Yeah.
Scottish Rite I would have been, thanks 2020.
Well, you know what? The grotto, I had no choice. You know, you're
joining.
I had no choice in that. And then the only other thing I joined was York, and I joined York just before I became worshipful, or just after I became worshipful. So
So you
know,
had been pretty much
Just when
through.
you came.
just when I became worshipful,
Yeah.
right? Yeah. Okay. So, you know, so because I was the same way. I didn't want to join anything until I went through everything in Blue Lodge, and then I was going to join, you know, Grotto, you know, York Rite, Scottish Rite, whatever, you know, and
Well, paying we're just giving to charity, just paying dues all the time. It seems like
we are.
Yeah.
I mean, we
I mean,
are.
it's a Masonic charity
yeah.
because let's face it, the buildings, the lights, and all that would not be there if we weren't paying our dues.
Nope.
It would
Well, you
just,
got to pay your dues to keep the whole thing going.
Yeah.
I mean, that's
Well,
the
no, like, I
point
mean,
of
if
dues.
you really think about it, our dues, you know, it's broken up, you know.
They're not
The-
that
the-
bad
the-
until you get
the-
7 of them.
Yeah, it's true. No, it's true.
what do you know?
Well, I can do the math, okay?
No, it gets
man.
it does get expensive.
It does get expensive.
You know, but you know, when you think about, you know, when you're paying dues to whatever, you know, whatever your lodge, grotto, your rite, you know, whatever gets a cut, and then the governing body for that whole whatever, you know, that you belong to gets a cut, and then it goes to the charities. You know, like, I mean, you gotta pay for the running of the business. And
You have
and
to,
then the
yeah.
rest goes to charities. You know, and it's
Otherwise, we're going to have pop-up tents like restaurants.
pop-up tents.
And we're just not going to be doing that. It's just not going to happen. I don't want to
Solomon
have.
made a pop-up tent.
Yeah, I'm sure it was fun breaking that.
Oh
that down
that
all
was
the time.
good. That was
Jeez.
good.
Yeah, but I don't know. This year has really screwed a lot of things up.
It has.
Oh yeah,
And-
not even not just.
I'm almost
masonry.
afraid
You know, like-
of dealing with the aftermath with it when things start coming to back with our charities and things like that. I don't know.
I don't think it's gonna be that bad.
I don't think it's going to be bad.
I think it will give us more cognizant to help brothers out and just to be on the lookout to help. You know,
You know what?
I mean,
Man,
for
more than
brothers, guys,
anything
yeah.
right now, like I am more proud now to be a Freemason than ever. Seeing brothers looking out for other brothers, helping other brothers out. It does. It fills me with a lot of pride.
Right,
Because there are I'm not going to name names or nothing like that, but there are brothers that that this whole thing hit them hard.
Yeah.
In a really bad way.
Yeah, it has. There's some brothers I have not seen since before this all hit. I mean, I understand. I get it. You want to stay safe. Totally understand. But this has done a number on our membership. It really, really has. But we still got to give because there's still, especially like the Shriners hospitals. They haven't stopped helping kids during COVID.
No.
So, I mean, we still need to help them out. It's one of our biggest philanthropies in Freemasonry is the Shriners Hospital.
It is. It is. But, I mean, like, you also got to remember, too, like, there's even more to than just, like, a monetary aspect to it as well. Like, going out to your brother, like, let's say he lost his job and stuff. Like, hey, I lost your job here. I made, like a big meal for you. Like, here's some meatloaf, mashed potatoes.
There's
like
the humanitarian aspect
yeah,
of it.
like, hey, like, like, I know you've had, like, a crappy week. Let's go out to the bars. Drinks are on me, type of a thing. Like even like a drink charity or like help food and all that stuff. That helps as well too. Like
Right, because it's not just about giving money, giving your time to help do things, to prepare a meal, Just, hey, brother, what's going on? You need something? You want to go out for that beer? Do you need to talk? Do you just want to go out for a drive? I mean,
yeah.
That's charitable too.
Yeah.
Our time is
yeah,
very valuable.
yeah,
It's not
time is
just
very valuable.
what's
Very,
in our
very
wallets or in
valuable.
our bank accounts that's valuable. Our time, ourselves, our knowledge is very valuable to other people.
Dude, a phone call and a visit can help a lot.
It does.
Can go a long way. Can go a long way whenever, you're in a certain mood, you're in a certain way. I mean, like, man, I'll tell you, it's just I miss seeing everybody. Some of us get together. Some of us are able to get together and are not. We take precautions and we actually do.
But even then, the numbers are down because people aren't showing up. I mean, what are you? Our last meeting, would you say our numbers were down, Tyler? Well, you got to speak because people on the podcast end can't see you smile.
I think they were, but I don't think that was due to COVID. I think that was maybe some underlying issues in our lodge that we won't.
But
go there.
have you felt since COVID has hit and has done anything to our numbers at Raven?
Not really. I mean, we had 3 guys come in that are still waiting their second. Yeah. So I think our numbers are strong. I think that, I won't dive that far into it, but we've got some other underlying issues maybe, but I don't think they're COVID related. No, I don't think COVID has affected our numbers at Raven.
No, I mean, like our last meeting before our worshipful decided to just go dark for the last meeting. I believe that we're gonna do Zoom for December's meeting. But the last time we actually met, there was a good amount of brothers there. There really was. We wore masks. Everybody asked what each brother's boundary was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shake hand, hug,
Fist pump.
The air high five. Like
Be well.
Yeah, be well. And everybody respected each other and showed courtesy to the other brother.
Nobody's done the attack to Mars thing.
I forgot about that. That's funny. I always like to be well though. That was funny. That was. I mean, we're not that
The
far
attack
from
at Mars,
it.
you just
I
take
mean,
your
if
finger,
you really
point in
think
the air, and
about
do a
it.
whole circle. Yeah.
He doesn't know how to use the 3 seashells.
Oh, you don't know how to use the
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. We're being charitable. How the hell do you use those 3? I really want to know this because I'm thinking.
I think it's
You only get 3 scrapes.
Yeah, I guess so. I
You
don't
only
know.
get 3 scrapes.
I don't know.
Can you hear the ocean?
What happens if the clam breaks?
That sounds shitty.
It's metal. I think it's metal.
That's
Mic drop.
Yeah.
All he sees are
Yoshi
3
just
seashells.
won that one.
Why did
I?
you know what? I couldn't even stop myself. I was like, as I was saying, it's like, don't say that, don't say that.
he took the cake on that one.
But it's kind of COVID related, I guess. And
I mean,
watching Demolition Man, it almost was kind of co-related.
Yeah,
They were just.
dude, no, there was a couple of memes with the 3 seashells during the whole toilet paper, shortage thing.
But if I remember right,
crazy.
those
Yeah,
seashells, they look
It
like
was a horrible time to
They look like
actually
the
run
little
out of toilet
soaps.
paper.
They weren't like
they
big
look-
seashells.
yeah,
They just
yeah.
look like the little soap seashells. Or like,
I don't know.
that crap.
Anyway, back to charity.
Back to charity.
We were talking about charity. Charity is letting me know how those 3 seashells work because it's going to be a lot cheaper than toilet paper.
Oh.
All right, we should all just invest in bidets.
Those can be quite unsanitary.
Those
coming from
are nice.
This is
I know
true.
a lot of plumbing.
This is true.
They can be quite unsanitary unless you do the proper maintenance on them. Yep.
I don't know. I'm Filipino. We got some we got our Filipino ways of cleaning our behinds.
Yep.
So,
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Just garden hose.
Kind of close to it. A little.
So, do you have a bidet in your house?
No, I don't.
Are you sad that
It's
you
a
don't?
bootleg bidet, but yeah,
Are you sad that you don't?
I kind of want one. It looks cool. I
know,
saw one at Costco.
I want just.
Just like,
I ain't
ooh, hello.
gonna lie, man. Bidets are pretty cool. They're pretty cool.
Anyway, back to charity.
Our charitable act is going to be getting a bidet.
I like how our fill-in host is like, all right, let's reel it in, boys. While me and Wes we're just going off the rails.
There's old man Tyler again.
I'll take it.
Sorry, Dad.
Yeah, like, oh, what are you guys talking about?
that's great.
Get it in line, boys. We
All
gotta
right,
do this
okay,
here.
It's a bidet away. All right, well, what that brings us to. Mark lost it.
Oh my God, I'm crying.
Oh, this is great.
Oh, this is wonderful. I can't wait to watch this episode.
I don't know.
Holy cow.
Oh, gosh.
All right. So anyways, charity good. Charitable.
Charity good. All right, well, it
Cameras
brings
and
us
lodge.
to that.
Yeah, cameras
Bidets.
and bidets.
Charity,
Yeah.
cameras and lodge, virtual degrees, and bidets.
Yep, that's it.
That's a great.
Virtual insanity.
Oh man, are we? Oh my.
And by the way,
God,
this was
really.
Yes, Jamiroquai.
Oh,
Merry,
Jesus.
isn't Merry Christmas.
I was getting to that.
Well, you
old
took
man,
too long.
Tyler.
Yeah, where's your little Christmas outfit, Grinch?
I lost it.
You lost it. Oh God.
I put my Christmas tree up.
I put.
Wes has seen it.
All right,
Mom
well,
says I'm cool.
it's that time again for shout out and shots out, and it is Christmas time.
It is
so
Christmas.
What?
If you haven't noticed, some of us have been a little festive.
Yeah, I
and
got my.
Oh no, I wear this every day.
Borrowed that hat from him.
but it's in the spirit
It's in the spirit.
of being charitable and giving. He
There
gave
you
me
go.
this hat to use.
Exactly.
What did you do? You didn't do a damn thing. That's right.
Nope.
So, with that being said, shout out and shouts out. This one is going out to Happy Holidays, Merry Christmas, and
Christmas.
Happy New Year to everyone.
Stay safe, have fun.
Yep. Stay
Yep.
safe. Have fun.
That's it.
Save time.
All right, here we go.
Yikes.
Woo! Patron. Gotta love it.
You do.
Yeah. With that, everyone, that's the end of our episode. Thank you for watching. If you haven't, subscribe to us on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, all the other fun
Get
stuff.
a coin.
If you need coins, hit us up. We'll send them out to you. Everyone, thanks for watching, and we'll be back with more.
Send us some bidets.
We take TP.